checking out this review of a Yogic Path Oracle by Sahara Rose Katabi, who just goes by Sahara Rose on the box. She's a yogi and a spiritual teacher, and the gorgeous art in this deck is by Danielle Noel. This is Rhonda, and I will be showing you all 54 cards so you can assess whether this deck is for you. And if it is, you'll find a link in the description box to get yourself a copy. I will be reading a sample card description from the guidebook, so stick around to the end because who knows, maybe there is a message you'll want to hear today. Let's get started. This absolutely gorgeous deck was inspired by the Vedas, which are 5,000-year-old Sanskrit scriptures from India. The cards can be used as an oracle, as an educational tool for learning about the chakra system, about Ayurvedic and yogic principles, and Hindu deities. Plus, just looking through the cards and absorbing the soothing images can be a calming, reflective, or meditative self-care practice in itself. The deck and guidebook is super deluxe. You see it almost exceeds the boundaries of the screen. The white keepsake box comes with this outer slip cover, which I keep to avoid smudges and dust accumulation. But this is the box. It's white. It's got a side flap. There's metallic gold art and text on the front. The side flap is secured with magnetic closure that's very tight. And inside the box, there is the message, "May these cards bridge you to your highest self." The large guidebook, which is 5 by 7 or 5 by 7.5 inches, sits atop a little cardboard shelf, and beneath it is a compartment for the card box. And there is a lifting ribbon, which I could have used to pull the book out so that I can keep everything nice and not have to struggle with it. And then when you pull the card box out, there is a lifting ribbon inside of there as well to pull the cards out, which I've already taken out and separated into categories. So check out the beautiful flowers inside. And there's also gold inside. This is a super deluxe deck. So there's gold and lots of beautiful colors on the interior small box, front and back. And there's even a little bit of a gold decoration inside the little compartment. So that is the box. Okay. So let's see, there are 54 cards in the deck again. The cards are a very nice weight, thick and matte with matte finishing, and there's no glare on the cards. So I want to quickly get into the cards, but before I do, I just want to show the guidebook again. It's beautiful, lots of color images. We're going to take a closer look at that a little bit later, but now let's just dive into the cards. So the cards are divided into 5 different categories. There's the Vedic spirituality category, yoga, Ayurveda, chakras, and deities. And on each card, there's a Sanskrit word at the bottom. And since the meanings of the cards are not included on the cards, I will share a bit about the meanings as I go through the cards so you can get a feel for the deck's messages for anyone who does not understand the Sanskrit words. I will also do my best with the pronunciation, so forgive me for any mispronunciations. So here is the back of the cards. I'm going to just move them around so you can see that gorgeous metallic gold. I'm going to put them this way so maybe you can see better. Beautiful, beautiful imagery. So here we're beginning with the Vedic spirituality category, which has 6 cards. This category is about coming into this life to fulfill a purpose and becoming aligned with that purpose. So the first card is Dharma, which is your highest purpose. Then we have Kriya, effortless flow. And again, these descriptions that I'm giving are above and beyond what's on the cards. I'm just giving you a little extra information so that you know what each card is about, so you can understand them better and know whether this deck is for you. Karma, the sum of one's actions. Atman, the infinite aspect of the soul. Buddhi, inner wisdom and intellect. And the sixth card, Buddha, one who is aware. So the next category is Ayurveda, and it contains 9 cards. And for those who don't know, Ayurveda is about mental and physical well-being. It involves self-care, nutrition, lifestyle, herbs, and seasonal changes. Within Ayurveda, there are 3 mind-body types called doshas, and we each have a mix of 2 or more of the doshas, which include, the first card is one of the doshas, Vata. And Vata is the airy dosha, which is creative, imaginative, and unpredictable. Pitta is the fiery dosha, and this one is powerful, strong-willed, and feisty. And again, along the bottom, there's going to be a strip there at the bottom where you can see the text. Okay, next we have Kapha, the third doshas, or I don't know if they're ordered in any specific number, but Kapha is the earthy or earthly dosha, which is grounding, nurturing, and heavy. Okay, so those were the 3 doshas or mind body types, and now we're moving on to other categories in the Ayurvedic, within the Ayurvedic card. So Sattva is purity and clarity in your self-care, your thoughts, your living space, relationships, work, etc. Rajas is dynamic movement, aggression, and energy. Tamas is density, dullness, and inertia. It's about periods of rest and stillness that allow for rejuvenation. Prana is the subtle essence of vital life force and breath. It is flexible, it is creative. Ojas is the subtle essence of health and well-being. It is peaceful and patient. And Tejas is the subtle essence of intelligence and courage. It's radiant and glowing. And just a reminder, if you are liking this deck so far, we've gotten a good look at some of the cards. They're quite beautiful. But if you're liking it so far, follow the links in the description box to get yourself a copy and to browse other items by the creators, like other decks by Danielle Noel, whose beautiful art is featured on numerous different decks. So now we're moving into the third category, which is the chakras, which has 7 cards, each representing one of the one of the 7 primary energy centers in the body. So as I go through these, I'm going to attempt to properly say the Sanskrit name of the chakra, and then I'm going to tell you what it's called in what we call it in the West, how we refer to it, and the number of the chakra, and a little bit of information about that. So for anyone who already knows, bear with me. For those who are new to this, I'm trying to be as helpful as possible. So first we have Muladhara, the root or first chakra, which is located at the tailbone, and it is the source of your grounding and survival energies. And next we have Svadhisthana, the sacral or second chakra, which is located a couple of inches below the navel, and it's the source of your creative and reproductive energies. Manipura is the solar plexus or third chakra, and it's located at the diaphragm, and it's the seat of your willpower. Anahata, the heart or fourth chakra, is located in the chest area and holds your capacity for giving and receiving love. Vishuddha is the throat or fifth chakra, and it's centered in the throat and is the source of self-expression. Ajna is the third eye or sixth chakra, and it's located in the brow area, and it is the source of your inner intuitive vision. Sahasrara is the crown or seventh chakra, and it's located at the top of your head, and it is the location of spirit. So the fourth category is yoga, and it has 16 cards. And contrary to what many people believe, yoga is not about physical exercise. It's about uniting with your soul, quieting the mind, and understanding the soul. The first 8 cards in the yoga category include the Ashtangas, or 8 stages of yoga, and these cards reference the principles for living according to your highest purpose. Yamas is universal morality, kindness, compassion, and generosity. Niyamas is laws of personal kindness, compassion, and generosity. Laws of personal observance, tending to what your soul and body need, and self-understanding. Asana is yoga postures, the practice of sitting in stillness. If you've done yoga, you've probably heard that term. Pranayama is control of the breath. Pratyahara is control of the senses, letting go of distractions. Dharana is single-focused concentration. Dhyana is concentration and meditation with the intention of knowing the truth. Samadhi is joining of your physical, spiritual, mental, and emotional aspects through advanced meditation. Now, the next 8 cards in the yoga category are the yamas and niyamas, which are the yogic ethics to live by. Kundalini is the primordial cosmic energy or serpent power, which originates at the base of the spine and rises upward during one's blissful awakening. Bhakti is dedication to the divine. Tantra is the practice of, Tantra is the balance of masculine and feminine energies. Satya is embodying the truth by releasing inauthenticity and conditioning. Amsa is non-violence, a consciousness of your inner voice and development of self-compassion that extends to others. Svadhyaya is self-study, knowing your own consciousness. Santosha is contentment. Tapas is self-discipline, committing to becoming the highest version of yourself. Now, the 5th and last category of the cards in the deck contains the deities, which this has 16 cards representing Hindu gods and goddesses, which each reflect aspects of the human experience. The depictions of these deities on the cards, unlike all the other cards, these have original statues and paintings photographed by the Metropolitan Museum of Art, which Danielle Noel has incorporated into her digital collage artwork. So starting off with Parvati, goddess of devotion, love, and yoga. Sarasvati, goddess of creativity, intuition, and insight. I'm not sure if you got a good look at this card. I'm going to show it again. This was Parvati, Sarasvati, and then Kali, goddess of destruction, dissolution, and ecstasy. Lakshmi is the goddess of abundance, fortune, and beauty. Radha is the goddess of passionate love and longing. Durga, the goddess of inner strength and protection. Bhuvaneshwari is the goddess of space and infinite possibilities. Sita is the goddess of devotion and loyalty. Dhumavati is the goddess of disappointment and letting go. Chinnamasta is the goddess of radical self-transcendence. Lalita Tripura Sundari is the goddess of erotic spirituality. Ganesha is the god of new beginnings and remover of obstacles. Krishna is the god of compassion and love. Brahma is the god of creation. Shiva is the god of destruction and rebirth. And lastly, Hanuman is the god of courage. So those are the cards, and now we're going to take a look at this beautiful guidebook. Again, lots of gold. It's full color, and it offers some truly wonderful guidance if you are using the deck as an oracle, because the cards don't have meanings on them. You will be relying heavily on the book if you're unfamiliar with Vedic spirituality. And even if you are, there's really great guidance in here. So it's wonderful that the book is very easy to navigate with 2 different tables of contents. One that lists the cards by category, and another that's alphabetical. Plus there's color coding by category to help you find the cards just by looking at the side of the book. I don't know if you can see that, but it's very lightly colored. And then if you go into the sections, you can see a little bit better on the sides. There's the purple, there's orange, there's green, light green. Okay, so before the card meanings section, there's an introduction from the author, Sahara Rose. There's a section on understanding the deck that explains the deck's categories, followed by sections on phrasing your questions and preparing for readings. In the card meanings section, each card gets a 2-page spread. On the left, there is the cards shown in large and in full color. And just looking at, let's compare. So the card's a little bit bigger in the book than the actual card, just to compare sizes. So it's very nice to just have this beautiful book. So the name of the card, a brief summary of the card meaning, and then 2 in-depth interpretations of each card follow. One for upright cards and a second one for reversals, or cards that land upside down in a reading. So the card's upright meanings typically describe what it's like when you're living in harmony or in balance according to the card's subject or concept. And when reversals, when you get a card that falls upside down, it typically describes an imbalance or stagnant energies or feelings of being lost or having veered off of your path or purpose. And then there's also some advice for recentering yourself if the energies are off balance. And then in the deities section, towards the end, there's beneath the image of the deity on the left side, there's going to be a Sanskrit mantra that you can chant out loud. So now I'm going to read a sample from the book, and we're going to take a look at Satya on page, Satya on page 85. That's from the yoga section. This yama is truthfulness. So here's a reminder of what the card looks like. And the upright description is, you are moving toward your truth, peeling off all layers of inauthenticity that have been placed upon you by societal conditioning. Through this shedding, you are finally feeling truth's bare skin as you place your fingers upon your face, finally coming home to yourself. This truth, Satya, has been dormant inside you all along, waiting until your awakening. Through this process of understanding, unlearning, and evolving, you become a bodhi, awakened person. Continue to step into this new paradigm of truth as you shed all false beliefs, narratives, and stories so you can emerge as your true self. Ask yourself, where and how can I show up more authentically in my life? What makes me feel like I'm living in my truth? Are my relationships in alignment with who I am at this moment? What masks am I still wearing to make myself feel loved, secure, or significant? And then the reverse section reads, and that's again if your card falls upside down in a reading, this is a call for truth. Where are you not being 100% authentic to yourself? Is there something you need to express but are fearful of the conversation that will have to follow? Is your career in alignment with who you are at this point in your life? Are your friendships actively supporting your growth? Are there aspects in your relationship you've been overlooking that finally need the spotlight? Truth becomes louder when we ignore its calling. By stepping into the truth, you are committing to an elevated version of yourself, and all that does not match your heightened vibration will fall away. What was true for you once may not be true for you today. Accept the seasonality of all things, including yourself. So what I love about this is how straightforward and simple, easy to grasp this reading is. So this card interpretation is just very good advice, and again, easy to understand. And combine that with this beautiful book. I love the nice decorations outside of the images of the cards, the color coding. It's super well organized. The deck is just beautiful. And again, I think it's worthwhile just to look through this deck, to sit in meditation and just absorb the beautiful energy of the cards as like a self-care practice. And then using this book to learn about yourself and to learn about the Vedic principles within. It's great. I definitely recommend this beautiful deck. I'm so happy with my purchase of it. And here's some more pictures from the back of the book. The deities section. Yes, this is highly recommended. Danielle Noel's art, she never fails to impress with her art. So that is it. That is my review of a Yogic Path Oracle and Guidebook, the deluxe set. I hope you enjoyed this. If this deck resonated with you and you'd like to get yourself a copy, please do follow the link in the description box where you can purchase it. And also you'll find links to other works by Sahara Rose and also other decks that Danielle Noel has designed, as well as books by Danielle Noel. So that's it. If you like this review, please leave a comment, hit the like, subscribe, and notification buttons, and please do check out my other videos on my channel. Thank you so much for watching Deck Obsessed. This is Rhonda, wishing you a beautiful day. See you next time.